There are growing security concerns in Enugu State following the recent spate of attacks by suspected herdsmen on some farming communities in the state. Several of such attacks were recorded in the last few days in Ikem and Ehamufu communities, both in Isuzu or local government area and Adani in Uzowane local government area, leading to the loss of lives, bodily harm on individuals and loss of property and farm produce running into millions of naira. Reacting to the development, the gubernatorial candidate of Labour Party in the 2023 general elections, Chijioke Edoga, strongly condemned the recent killings in Ikem and Ehamufu. In a post on his X handle on Wednesday, Edoga called on both the state and federal government to take swift action to prevent further violence and loss of lives and property by putting in place adequate security measures in all parts of the state. He described the attacks by the herdsmen as intolerable, insisting that justice must be served on the perpetrators to serve as deterrents. He extends his heartfelt condolences to families of the victims while urging all Nigerians to unite against violence and advocate for justice. Report indicates that a catechist of the All Saints Anglican Church on Ichaibia, Ikem in Isuzu local government area, Chinaza Odumejuogo, was shot dead by suspected armed herders who have recently resumed activities in the area. Two other persons, John Ede and his daughter, were abducted at Umeje, Ikemetiti, right in their farm, while Benedicta Aboyi, who was abducted from her home in Ikemuno, behind Ikem General Hospital, was able to escape following a gun battle between the combined team of security operatives and the kidnappers. Signature Television had previously reported a similar incident at Adani in Uzowane local government area, where women took to the streets in protest against the killing of their loved ones by suspected armed herdsmen. Expressing their grief and frustration, one of the women leaders in Adani voiced out their collective anguish and called for urgent intervention. Mr. Matthew Idu, a community stakeholder, insists that the only solution lies in the expulsion of armed herdsmen from forests nationwide.
Ceding any part of our land to Fulani people is not possible. Our land is for agriculture. Grazing lands are not lands where crop production is done. I'm an agriculturist, a PhD holder in agricultural economics. Grazing land is not where crops are produced. You go to hills, places you have hills where grasses can grow. There you graze your animals, not on the flat lands where crop are produced. No. They don't work together. So ceding any of our land to them for grazing is not possible. The solution is for them to leave the land. Let them leave the place. They came from somewhere. They can equally go back to where they came from.
Uzodimma Ekene, an Enugu farmer, echoed these sentiments, lamenting the government's neglect of farmers' plight in the state.
I've had numerous experiences, within the past 7 years of my being a commercial farmer, and every of my experiences are not palatable. Every year I've experienced my farm being damaged. My Abugu farm have been damaged severally. They move into graze, and I've also had an experience where the farm was burnt down. These are facts, verifiable facts. I also had an experience in my Eziago farm where my 4-hectare complete corn farm was burnt down completely. I didn't go out with one pin, and they get destroyed at the point when we have invested all the money that we need to invest in it. So it's a painful thing. I've also experienced being attacked in the farm, Eziago precisely. In fact, one of those days, my workers were rounded up in the farm, and sometime in 2021, I had to start going to the farm with police. So imagine going to the farm with police officers to secure yourself and your farmers. It's an additional cost on our cost of production now. How many farmers are able to provide security apparatus like police officers going to the farm with them? And it's not even a cheap measure, an easy means to go by. So I'm saying all of this to say that government have not really done well with the issue of securing lives and property. And if I stand to be corrected, the primary primary responsibility of government is to protect lives and property.
The police have assured the community of deploying a crack squad to apprehend the perpetrators and enforce the law rigorously, while also reinforcing security in border local government areas.
You can never tolerate this kind of unwarranted and devilish act. I know Adani is reputed for the highest producer of rice, yes, and that will not deter you from going to farm. I came here to assure you of the security guarantee, not only here but the state generally.
Despite police assurances, these incidents persist unabated. Charles Pius reporting for Signature Television.